2 years ago, I was approached to be an SME for the new Teacher Leadership Pathway. Once I figured out what the acronym SME stood for, which is Subject Matter Expert, I worried a little bit about the E. I never like to consider myself an expert in anything. I always have more to explore and learn. But once it was clarified that I didn't have to be an expert, only someone who is passionate about a topic and willing to explore and challenge teacher leaders, I was on board. As a teacher leader in the district, I had a feel for what the role entailed, and I was excited to help new teacher leaders navigate through the process. I could use my own experiences to provide activities that may help them avoid the pitfalls and challenges I encountered early in my position. I truly believe that we learn best from those we walk in the trenches with. That's why I jumped at the chance to participate. Sometimes those who are no longer in the role lose sight of what the needs are. I appreciate that the district is selecting SMEs from those who live the role every day. It was actually really fun to develop the course I created for the Teacher Leadership Pathway. I was given a decent amount of autonomy to really stretch myself and find amazing resources and readings. I also appreciated that I only had to develop the course, not figure out all of the technical stuff that involved loading it all into a learning platform. I also appreciated the timeline I was given to help keep me on task. Finally, the Director of Instructional Design was there every time I had a question or concern and was responsive to my needs as an SME. If you have a passion about a topic and want to share that passion with others, I encourage you to apply for an SME position. You will not regret it.
My favorite part about being a course facilitator is the opportunity to connect with colleagues across the district. Participants from different grade levels, content areas, buildings, and programs. In a district this big, I normally wouldn't have the opportunity to make these connections. It's really refreshing to see and hear from such a wide variety of perspectives. And that's a growth opportunity for me as well as for the participants.
I have taken several courses and I would definitely recommend them. In fact, I have recommended them to colleagues. There are several things I like about them. When I consider any program or class, cost is one of the first factors that I consider. And the fact that there is no cost for these classes is a huge advantage. Another positive aspect is that I don't have to drive or sit in a class lecture to complete these classes. In fact, even the homework can be done on my own schedule, and that is huge for me. It's also important to me that the work be relevant. There are several classes that have really resonated with me because they're very timely, including Home and School Connections, Cultural Competencies, and one I'm in now called Developing Self-Efficacy in Students. I've learned a lot from these classes. The material is germane, and yes, I would definitely recommend these courses.